Hey folks, Alman, the Hot Rod Hippie here. It's another week, another Tuesday, and that means it's Tooltip Tuesday yet again. Let's check out what I got for you this week. So this week's Tooltip Tuesday is kind of an everyday carry thing. It's what is in my pocket. Now before you go ahead and get weird about that question, let me go ahead and show you. What I'm talking about is a pocket full of Sharpies. So now if you're a fabricator, a metalworker, a metal shaper, a mechanic, or a do-it-yourselfer, having a Sharpie around is not an uncommon concept. However, for me, I carry a lot of them at any given time. Now, carrying a pocket full of Sharpies isn't so I can go tagging bathrooms or anything like that. The idea here is I like to have different sizes, shapes, and colors for marking different things when I'm working on a car. Now say I'm working on a panel that has some damage, some dents, some dings, things like that. Well then I like to use different color Sharpies for different areas. Maybe I've got low spots, I've got high spots, I've got creases. I'll mark each of those out with different colors so I can quickly visually just glance at it and know what areas need what kind of attention. I primarily keep the regular fine tip Sharpies and the ultra fine tip Sharpies in my pocket at any given time, a range of colors of both. The ultra fine tips are great for drawing out panels, for marking out the edges. The fine tip ones I find leave just a little bit too large of a line, so if I was to shear on that line, I could be off, say, a 32nd or a 16th from end to end of that line. Drawing out with the ultra fine is, in my opinion, just as good as scribing a piece. I personally don't scribe panels much, if ever. I actually just use a Sharpie. The ultra fine leaves a really nice little line that I can go ahead and use shears along there. I can shear on that line. It's such a small line that I don't get a lot of variation like I will with a thicker mark. And one I don't keep in my pocket, but I do keep in the toolbox at all times, is the Magnum Sharpie, the big boy. This one here really comes in handy when I'm marking out a panel. If I'm going to be scribing it, well then I'll use this to give myself a nice contrast. I can give a heavy black line, then I can scribe through that black line and really see where that scribe line is. Also with the big boy, the Magnum, this can be really handy for shrinking. If you're using a shrinking disc to shrink a panel, knock down those final little high spots when you're doing a metal finishing job, well the Magnum can be really handy to cover a large area. I usually go ahead and cover the area that I'm going to be shrinking, the area I need to work on. But what this does is it actually creates some lubrication on the panel to prevent your shrinking disc, your stainless steel disc, from galling on the panel, from tearing up the surface. It really is amazing how much of a difference this can make. It keeps the surface of your shrinking disc in better shape so it lasts longer, and it creates a better surface finish on the panel. Honestly, keep a handful of different colors on you, keep them around. I really recommend it. You can do all kinds of amazing stuff with a bunch of different Sharpies. Heck, this art piece that's always on the wall here by my buddy Evan Lovett, that's a Sharpie piece. He drew that with different color Sharpies and got that amazing, contrasting, beautiful image there. You don't have to be like me having 6 different Sharpies in your pocket at any given time, but I find use for all of them, so maybe you will as well. One thing I can say is if you're buying your Sharpies locally, they are kind of ridiculously priced anywhere I find them. Office supply stores, Walmarts, they charge an arm and a leg comparison to what you pay online. I'll have links down in the description below so you can go pick up 12 count boxes if you want to. Go ahead and drop the video a like if you found it interesting. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you use the ultra fines like I do? Do you think it's ridiculous that I have 6 different Sharpies in my pocket at any given time? Let me know what you're thinking. Do you like the Milwaukees maybe? I just have never found them to be that great. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more content like this every week. Thanks for coming around, folks.